Good morning, class. Today, what we're doing is that we will be doing some hardest math problems. If you have studied well enough, then you're good, but let me tell you the truth here. If you didn't study well enough, then you will probably be in big trouble, and your IQ being at 0, and there is a high chance you could be suspended for a week, and you have to go to detention after your suspension is over. Alright, with that out of the way, let's start doing some of the hardest math problems ever. Oh, wait a minute. But before we do that, I have repainted the classroom yesterday with the principal and the other teachers at the school. What do you think of it, class?
Miss Martin, that looks much better than the old paint on the classroom that was used a few months ago.
Nice opinion you've got, Caillou. Dora, do you have your statement to share out?
Well, I must say that this classroom is most likely improved for the most part, but I think it should do a lot more for next time.
Okay then, Dora, good point. Now Sarah, do you have any opinions to the classroom changes?
Okay, it is fine, but I think it should have a better improvement than this one, because I can notice that the walls need stickers and decals on it. It's just my own opinion.
Well, I'm fine with that. Alright, we have one more person to make their opinion to share out. And Doug, it's Classic Caillou this time. So, Classic Caillou, what do you think of this improvement?
Well, if I would answer to that question on how the classroom's renovation was, well, let me be real honest with you. It is so boring, dull, and seriously overrated as f***. I mean, could you look at this stupid classroom renovation? It's nothing but a bland renovation, considering the fact that it wasn't even completed properly because of the features in school didn't even get the time to add the decals and the stickers in it, just like Sarah said. Although I hate Sarah, I think it is
My
clear
God,
to know the
that
fact
kid
that
is
I
seriously
think that
annoying.
This classroom is trash,
He needs to
and
grow
I
up
believe
already.
It is the worst classroom I have went into there. Especially with the fact that Miss Martin is an illegitimate teacher in this class. Besides, I wanted to be in a different school for troublemakers because it is more suitable for me, so I can learn how to do serious war crimes.
And yes, it's pretty obvious to note that Classic Caillou's speech was way too long, so I have to cut it and skip to the next 25 minutes. But however, let's just keep going.
And do you know why this classroom wasn't made to be superior? It's because all the school bullies took over this school, and decided to vandalize.
Oh my God, Classic Caillou. We can get it. We get that this classroom needs improvements, but that doesn't mean you have to state a very long opinion about that. If you want to do that, then do it at recess later on. But if you choose to be so repetitive in this class, then you can go to detention and talk about that stuff.
Ugh, sorry for any interruptions, let's just move on to the impossible math question already, for Christ's sakes. I want you all to make sure you got your notes for this, because you already know what I said earlier. So, what is the square root of 234,213?
Well, it would be 483.955576474. But however, it would be unsolvable due to it having a negative number in this math equation. So, it's probably unsolvable in neither of them.
Well, you would be totally right, Dora, because it isn't either of them. However, I will give an easier question to Caillou, since he has most of his notes ready to go. So, Caillou, what is the square root of 625?
Well, it would be 25. The prime factorization would be 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, and it would also be known as 25 times 25.
Correct, Caillou. Now, there will be a very hardest math problem that I think you'll never solve, especially Classic Caillou. Alright, you need your notes in order to solve this very hard problem. Classic Caillou, what is 582794653823912376448 291,376,488,973 times 12891287382763287823823 783,278,274,667.
Seriously, Miss Martin? You expect us to give that hardest question as possible? We are not in college, for Christ's sakes. I will take my best guess. It's 40.
Classic Caillou, it's seriously wrong AF. You don't even have enough brain cells to answer math problems right, do you? Ugh, let's move on to the next question. Alright, class, I know it's been a huge struggle to get those impossible math problems right. Did it seriously hurt your brains while taking notes and getting all of them right?
Well, I would say it wasn't a struggle for me, because I know many of the answers, and I tried to answer them correctly as much as possible.
Good point. Well, I hope everybody got these answers right, except for Classic Caillou, who has a brain of 0 IQ and didn't learn that well from school.
Hey.
But anyways, I want all of you to go to IXL.com, or any other math website that you wish. But please don't go off watching porn in school, because you already know what happens. All but except for Classic Caillou, who has been refusing to listen to my instructions, and keeps getting answers wrong, so he will not go on the computer. I need to talk to him.
Miss Martin.
Don't Miss Martin me, because I know you were not listening to the instructions when I said to get out your notes and study hard for the impossible math questions. Don't you realize that it's too late to go back and fix your mistakes at home? I mean literally, you said you were gonna study, but you decided to slack off and play video games all day with your little friends, and do something retarded while being grounded by your parents. So now, I don't think you can go on the computer because you were slacking off in school.
That seriously explains why I wasn't able to answer the questions correctly. But anyways, does that mean I can go on the computer now?
What did I say? No. Because you deserve a timeout for not listening to the directions while trying to complete the impossible math questions.
But teacher, I really want to use the computer. I really need it to go on YouTube.com. Please, teacher.
Classic Caillou, how many times do I gotta say this to you? N-O spells no. No matter how many times you go on the computer, you go off to random sites unseen. So no.
Miss Martin, I really need the computer immediately. Please, 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 I really want it now, 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 now.
I said no, 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 no. Classic God freaking damn Caillou. If you ask me that again, then you will get detention for 2 f***ing days straight. Now, for the love of God, leave me alone and stop begging me to give the computer, because you ain't getting the computer.
Please, Miss Martin.
No, now, shut up, because you are not getting the computer, and that's final.
Stay calm, Classic Caillou. You got this. Don't start out yelling so hard like a crazy maniac. Calm down already. Just please don't start acting out. Oh no. The biggest yelling and temper tantrum is about to be unleashed out.
I think Classic Caillou is starting to lose it over me not giving him the laptop. Everybody run. I think Classic Caillou is gonna destroy the classroom.
And do you know why this classroom wasn't made to be superior? It's because all the school bullies took over this school, and decided to vandalize.
Oh my god, Classic Caillou. We can get it.
Everybody run. I think Classic Caillou is gonna destroy the classroom.
I will pull down the fire alarm just to get out of school early, because I want to enjoy myself today.
Wake up, Classic Caillou. Wake up immediately. Wake up for Christ's sakes.
Where am I?
You're in my office, don't you forget that. But anyways, I've caught you in the cameras destroying up Miss Martin's classroom. You were overreacting that your teacher couldn't give you a stupid computer. And then you decided to go berserk about it. Is this true?
Okay, fine. I admit this crap. I was the one who destroyed the classroom, all over because of Miss Martin not giving me a Chromebook, and then it gave me anger fuel as a result. And then I tried to pull the fire alarm just to get out of school early, but failed.
Well, seeing as the fact that you did something horrible in the school's grounds, you are suspended for 4 weeks for destroying school property, and you clearly destroyed the classroom savagely. Now, an officer wants to talk to you.
Now, kid, the reason I was called here, it was because you were attempting to destroy the classroom on school grounds. Do you seriously know that it is school property? You know what? I will give your parent a $9,200,000 fine. Because if your parents don't pay for it within the next week, you will be arrested. Now let your dad speak, please.
Classic Caillou, let's go home immediately. Because we will explain it at home.